When you beat two of the top gymnastics teams in the country back-to-back, words can't tell the story, but the pictures can. We'll have all the highlights next.
The Gym Dog Show is brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Yacklin. Welcome to the Gym Dog Show. Joining me today, as always, is Associate Head Coach Jay Clark. Well, what an exciting weekend for the Gym Dogs. Leading into the weekend, we were a little concerned because we had two competitions. And not just two competitions with any teams, two competitions with the top teams in the country. On Friday night, we competed against University of Utah, who at the time was ranked number 4. And then on Sunday, we competed against UCLA and had to travel all the way out to California in between the two competitions. So leading into the meet, this was a touchy situation, especially with 4 losses prior to Friday night. But as it turns out, it was a great weekend. Not only did our team do well, but we won the meet. What do you think, Jay?
Well, I think absolutely you nailed it on the head. This has been an unbelievable weekend for us. We kept feeling like this team was going to turn the corner, and to have to do it the way they did it, to compete here on Friday night and then travel across the country and 24 hours later face the defending national champions in their home arena and have to start on beam, which was another curveball. This team really handled some adversity this weekend.
They absolutely did, and unfortunately for you, we only have a half an hour to get in the results from both of these competitions. So let's get started and look at some of the results from the University of Utah-Georgia meet on Friday night here in Athens.
Up first for Georgia on vault is Megan Doolin. Megan has really solidified her place in our vault lineup as first up. You see that's a beautiful vault there. Yurchenko full for her high score of the year thus far, 9.875. She gets great height and repulsion, good body position, a little hop there on the landing. But other than that, a great vault. Katie Heenan up next for us. Beautiful Yurchenko full that she sticks. She's a little bit offline in terms of direction. One judge gave it a 10 and the other gave it a 9.85, so we get an average of a 9.925, which is probably the correct average, but one judge saw something the other didn't, I guess, and that's where we wound up. Brittany Smith up third for us on vault. She's really been consistent with landing her vault. A little hop and a step there, 9.85. This is a Yurchenko round-off entry with a half turn and a front layout position. Nice vault, just a step there, over-rotated just a bit. Ashley Postel up first for Utah on bars. A little short on that handstand there. Nice toe on and off blind change to a Jaeger. Ashley Postel's a wonderfully talented athlete. To a pack salto here. You see here she misses her half pirouette, changed her grip, and then did a switch kick, which probably is a 1/10 rhythm break. Comes back, get ready for her dismount. A better handstand that time. Blind change to a double front dismount that she backpedals out of but saves and goes 9.675. Michelle Emmons up next for the Gym Dogs on vault. Michelle's really been coming on this event. Sticks this landing, a little bit flat on that. Very, very nice vault, though. 9.925 is what she scored. You can see it's a little flat, but a beautiful landing there at the end. Anchoring us on vault tonight would be Ashley Coupette. She does a Yurchenko half on, front pike off. Big hop there on the landing, but other than that, just a very dynamic vault. Ashley really blasts her vault. She's a powerful, powerful athlete. Launches that thing in the air. Over-rotates just a bit. Takes a hop, goes 9.9. So we're off the bars, and Utah is coming to vault. Kelsey Erickson up for us on bars. Her season high on this event is coming right up. She goes 9.925 with this routine. A toe on and off to her Tkachev. Beautiful amplitude there. A little bit short on that handstand. Line change to a piked Jaeger, to an overshoot. This is a great routine for us. We really need Kelsey to be consistent on this event for us, hitting her handstand. She has 3 in that routine. She hits the first one and the last one. Winds up for her dismount, Arabian double front, which she nails and goes 9.925. Ashley Coupette's up last for us on bars. Ashley's been very, very consistent for us this year. Does a giant full, right on top of the bar, the giant half pirouette, to a full twisting Tkachev, which is also called a Shushanova. That's an E-level release skill. Kip handstand to a bail to handstand, a little short there. We'd like her to get that up. Comes back to the high bar to get ready for a dismount, hits her handstand, giant full, immediate double back, and a little hop on the landing, 9.85. Over to beam now, Brittany Smith. This is one of the most dynamic routines we've seen all year long from Brittany. We went back and we're doing the routine that she did last year after making several changes. She does her flip-flop layout for her series. Switch sleep, wolf jump for her lead series, beautifully done for 3/10 of bonus. Goes back, does a wolf jump to a back tuck for another 10th, and then gets ready for her dismount, a round off 1.5, which is a C-level dismount that she sticks and goes 9.9. This was her season high. Annabeth Eberly on the floor exercise. Opens with a big double pike. Annabeth is a very, very powerful athlete for the Utes. 1.5 to punch front. C with one bonus in the middle, 1/10 of bonus, excuse me. And then finishes with a front layout, and goes 9.9. Very well done routine. Does finish with 2 C-level passes, though, and still goes 9.9. Nikki Childs up for Georgia on the beam. Nikki's really becoming very, very consistent on this event. Flip-flop layout for her series. You can see she has a beautiful line, just as she does on the uneven bars. Does her switch ring, which is another D. Comes back and goes wolf jump to a double stag ring jump for another 10th of bonus. Front aerial, which is another D. Her routine is loaded with difficulty. Does a C-level dismount, a back pike off the end of the beam, and sticks the landing. Sam Sheehan up next for the Gym Dogs as we go to floor. Sam's really upgraded her routine. She's doing a double pike first. Little stumble backwards there. Comes back with another D-level pass for 3/10 of bonus, front full, front tuck. And then finishes her routine with a very strong round off back handspring double back. A solid landing there and goes 9.85. Kelsey Erickson up next. Again, D-level passes all the way through this routine. Double pike. Very well done. Kelsey gets great amplitude on all of her tumbling. Front handspring, front full, front tuck. Very well executed. Dances right out of that. And then finishes up with a D-level tumbling pass, a round off back handspring, double tuck, excuse me. A little bit of a lunge there at the end. It goes 9.925. Beautifully done. Michelle Emmons is up next for us on floor. Opens with a nice double layout. Beautiful execution. The legs look straight. Comes back in the middle with a front handspring, front full, front layout, which is a D plus a C with 3/10 of bonus. And then finishes with her double pike. Great amplitude, very well landed, 9.925 as well. Katie Heenan bringing it home for Georgia on floor. Front double full, punch front. There's 4/10 of bonus in that tumbling pass alone. Comes back in the middle with another D with a double pike. Very well executed. And then finishes her floor routine with a front layout, which is a C plus C for 2/10 of bonus. And Katie goes 9.95 on this. Ashley Postel over on beam for Utah. Utah was refusing to go away in this meet. They just kept on plugging, knocking out some of the best beam that we've seen all year out of anybody. Shows a back handspring full with a swing down. Flip-flop layout for a D-level skill. Comes back and does a back handspring quarter turn, lower down to the beam for her down on the beam skill. A round off double full that she sticks, and she goes 9.95 as well. Ashley Coupette's up last for Georgia on the floor. Beautifully high double pike. Comes back with another D-level pass, front full, front tuck in the middle. And then she adds upgrades her last pass this week. The round off back handspring double tuck. You see she bounces on the landing, and it's unfortunate. This routine did go 9.925. We felt as though that was really the only place in the meet that there was any scoring controversy, but it didn't matter because we didn't even need that score to win the meet. As you can see, Georgia wins the meet with a final score of 197.275, and Utah's 197.15, an outstanding turning point for the Gym Dogs.
The Gym Dog Show is brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal health care organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty, you. By Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we've got what you need. By McCarr Homes. McCarr Homes, built right, right where you want to be. And by Loco's. With salads, sandwiches, wings, burgers, and entrees, there's something for everyone at Loco's.
Okay, we're back with my friend from the Herald, Miss Andrea Johnson-Herring, and Senator Sterling Wentworth III. Topic, House Bill 54. Miss Johnson-Herring.
It's appalling. It's like planting a ponderosa pine in a non-Piedmont growth area.
Next topic, what's for lunch? Senator.
New York Strip, still moving.
Miss Johnson-Herring.
Vegetarian.
You're both right. We're going to Loco's.
Tough crowds agree. There's something for everyone and every occasion at Loco's.
Well, you vegetarians are all right.
With over 26 active communities in the Atlanta area, McCarr Homes is committed to providing superior customer satisfaction before, during, and after building your dream home. From affordable townhomes to luxurious estate homes, McCarr has a plan and a neighborhood to fit almost any lifestyle. A certified professional builder with over 40 years experience, McCarr Homes is built right, right where you want to be. For available home and home plans, visit www.mccarrhomes.com.
Ask Suzanne, brought to you by McCarr Homes. And the question is, at what point in the season do you turn your attention to the postseason? And the answer is, quite simply, when the postseason is upon us. Right now, we still have 2 regular season competitions, and that's what we'll be focusing on. And also, it's a process, and we are always, always gearing up for the postseason. That's Ask Suzanne, brought to you by McCarr Homes.
Welcome back. Wow, what a victory we had here on Friday night. There were some questions from the opposing team about some of the scoring, but as you can see, our team competed extremely well and earned this victory. We're off to UCLA now, where we've got to compete in Pauley Pavilion, which is actually a wonderful environment to compete in. Suzanne, what are your thoughts?
Well, every time we've come to Pauley, we've had tremendous results, especially what I remember most, of course, is the 1998 championship that we won at UCLA. So we love being here. We're looking forward to this competition. The team is a little bit tired, but, you know, we're just going into this as a mental toughness meet. Let's see what we can do, and we will be tested right away as we start on the balance beam. Let's take a look.
Here we are at Pauley Pavilion. Wonderful atmosphere on this day. They had probably 4,000 fans or so. Football team was there, extremely rowdy, and we're starting on beam with them right down at the end of the beam. And up first for us is Megan Doolan, who is turning out to be an exceptional, consistent performer for us as a freshman. She does her flip-flop layout series. There's a switch leap to a straddle jump for her leap series. A little wobble, a little check there. There's a hitch kick to a front aerial for bonus. There's a switch side for another D. And then finishes with a round-off 1.5 dismount, which is a C. Has a nice clean landing. 9.75 was her score. Up next for us is Katie Heenan. Katie Heenan's routine on Friday night against Utah was maybe the turning point for our season. She had a big wobble that they probably took 2/10 on, but she fought for her life, stayed on, and went 9.675 to keep us in the meet. And actually, without that, we would not have won the meet. See, she's knocking it out pretty well here. Goes flip-flop layout there for her series. Sheep jump, which is an E-level skill. We took her double back out for this meet and did a round-off double full. We were trying to rest some of the all-arounders, not so much physically, but mentally. You'll see that Katie is not on floor later, and Kelsey was not in on beam just for the mental rest that we felt like they needed. Ashley Coupette's up next for us on beam. Scoring was very, very tight on beam at this meet. We're struggling. We're just hoping that the kids will stay focused. Ashley does her series here. Flip-flop layout. Comes back with a straddle jump to another straddle jump to a wolf jump. You get 3/10 of bonus there. She finishes with a switch sleep and then a punch front full dismount, which is a C, big hop there. 9.875 was her score. Nikki Childs up on floor. Floor and vault are becoming what is probably considered our best two events. Nikki starts us off with a beautifully done front double full. Her choreography, which you don't see here, is so nice. It's just a really nice routine. Front layout in the middle for 2/10 of bonus. Then she finishes with a round-off whip, immediate double full for 1/10 of bonus. A little bit of hop there on the landing. She scores a 9.825. Brittany Smith up next for us on floor. We're upgrading her routine on this day. It's the first time she's been able to do it. Round-off back handspring, double pike to open, beautifully done. Comes back with round-off whip half, front layout, punch front pike. A little bit of a step back on that, as you can see. Then she finishes with a double tuck for the first time this year. So we've got D's in first and last, trying to get rid of any compositional deduction. She scores a 9.8. Michelle Emmons opens with her trademark double layout. Bounces up out of a beautifully done double layout. Front handspring, front full, front layout in the middle for a D+2. And then comes back and finishes with another D. Double pike. Very well done. Michelle continues to roll on floor and goes 9.875. Ashley Kupets is our anchor on floor. Beautifully huge double pike that she opens up with. Probably the most dynamic tumbler in the entire meet. Front handspring, front full, front tucked in the middle. And then she finishes up for the second meet in a row with a round-off back handspring double back. And she lands very, very cleanly. And she scores a 9.925, a well-deserved score. And at this point, Georgia's gaining some ground on UCLA after that low score on beam. We head off to vault now, where we're hoping that we can continue to do so. We're still very much in this competition.
Hi, my name is Aubrey, and I like to ask Courtney Pratt, who do you look up to in gymnastics?
Thanks for the question. When I was a young girl, I always looked up to Kim Zmeskal. I just thought she was a beautiful gymnast and was so powerful. I really looked up to her.
What do you do when you're involved in an automobile accident? When you're in an accident, you need to make 3 important phone calls. 1, call the police. 2, call your insurance company. 3, call to make an appointment with the Arrowhead Clinic. Don't take a chance with your health. The Arrowhead Clinic has more than 25 years of experience in treating crash injuries. And for your convenience, we specialize in insurance documentation, relief, recovery, results. Call now for the location of the Arrowhead Clinic nearest you.
The Georgia Gym Dogs are red hot. Hot team. Cool water. Melwood Springs, now available at Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we got what you need.
Hi, my name is Audrey Bowers, and my golden moment in gymnastics was winning the Level 10 JO Nationals on the balance beam.
Welcome back. Well, thus far in the competition, the Gym Dogs have been hitting our routines, but unfortunately the scores were pretty low on the balance beam. We're hoping the team will stay focused and really just concentrate on hitting the routines and not being concerned with the scores. We are still in this competition because UCLA has not gone to beam yet. Now Georgia's headed over to vault. Let's see what happens over there.
We move over to vault now, and Megan Doolin gets us started off. The first up position is so important on every event, and Megan has really solidified her spot here on vault. A beautifully done Yurchenko full. You can see the extension throughout her body, all the way through to the landing. Legs are together. A little hop there on the landing, and she goes 9.85. Katie Heenan up next for us. Excellent vault. Beautiful body position. Sticks the landing, 9.875. At the time we looked at it, we thought it might have been a little bit low, but as you can see, she pikes it down just a little bit, so that's probably an accurate score for her on this day. Ashley Kupets blasts another Yurchenko half front pike. You can see, I mean, the power is just unbelievable that she's able to generate coming off the table. Great height, great extension. Little hop there on the landing, 9.875. And then Michelle Emmons, we moved to the last spot today. She had a big hop there on the landing, but a long, had great distance and great amplitude all the way through. Cleanly done with the exception of the landing, where she hops forward, but she goes 9.875 there as well. We move over to bars, and we've got a shot at winning this thing. We're up 3.5 tenths when we get there. Nikki Childs is our second up on bars. Audrey has fallen for us in the first routine. Nikki does a good handstand there to a giant full to a Ginger. Legs stay together. That's very important. Beautifully done handstand there to her pack salto for her second release. Well executed all the way through. You can see Nikki's line is just phenomenal. We love the way she looks on bars and beam. Great handstand there at the end to another giant full to an immediate double tuck. She continues to have trouble sticking. She's really overthinking it, I think, but she goes 9.825, and that's what we need as a solid score right now. Megan Doolin up next. Well done handstand there to a Higgins, then invert to a hop half, to a reverse hecht. All of her bonus right there. Straddle back to handstand. Well done. Everything going well so far. Comes back to the high bar. Hits her second handstand very nicely. There's one giant and a double pike dismount, but a big step on the landing, and she goes 9.8. Katie Heenan up next on bars. This routine is loaded from the beginning. Hop, jump half, pirouette to a Shapashnikova, to an overshoot to handstand, to a Chinese sit-up or an uphill, as some people call it. There's bonus throughout that entire combination. Toe on and off to handstand, to giant blind, to double front dismount. She lands very well. Small hop, 9.875. That routine is loaded with difficulty. Kelsey Erickson coming up next for us on bars. We just got to hit these last two routines and we can win it. Toe on and off to her Tkachev. Beautifully done. We've been working on her feet. Little short there on that handstand, not much. Good stretch into this pike Jaeger. Nicely done. It's an immediate overshoot. And she comes back to wind up for her dismount and get ready because it's a big one. She does two giants to an Arabian double front dismount that's just sky high, and she sticks the landing and goes 9.9. Excellent routine. At this point, Ashley Kupets, we told her just go conservative, make sure you stay on the equipment. Don't try to be perfect. Does a nice handstand there to a giant full, little short on this giant half. Then goes to her Shushinova, which is an E. Good handstand there, short on the overshoot. And then comes back with her last handstand, probably a tiny bit short there. Giant full to immediate double tuck. Nothing major, which is what we wanted. Sticks the dismount, 9.825. She goes 39.5 in the all-around on this day, which is her career high. And as you can see, we win the meet, 196.5 to UCLA's 196.1 and Arizona's 193.625.
Routine of the Week brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center. And this week's Routine of the Week is Nikki Childs on the balance beam, once again bringing in the high score for Georgia with a 9.925. That's Nikki Childs for Routine of the Week, brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center.
I'm sorry, honey. I know it hurts. Oh, x-rays, they don't hurt at all. It's like a magic eye that looks inside of your body to see if anything's broken. This is where Hannah came to get her stitches out last year, remember? Of course, honey. Mommy will be with you the whole time. And remember, Mommy wouldn't take you here if it wasn't the best place in the whole world.
Athens Regional Medical Center, a passion for medical excellence. drop by drop, pure, refreshing, a trickle becomes a stream, flowing from the source, refreshing, fresh, in the store or at your door. Millwood Springs.
Countdown to the NC2As, brought to you by Millwood Springs. And this week, the results show a changing in the #1 spot, where Nebraska moves to #1 and LSU drops to #2. Utah moves up to #3, even though Georgia beat them. They had a high score and increased their ranking. Georgia comes in at #8. That's Countdown to the NC2As, brought to you by Millwood Springs.
Well, there it is, the end of an incredible weekend, what we hope is a turning point for this young team that we have. The challenge now is going to be able to keep them focused and make them realize that we haven't won anything yet, but we've got to stay focused and get ready for our next meet and then get on into the SEC championships and beyond. Suzanne, how are we going to go about doing that?
Well, they are just so fired up. The confidence level of this team has just really been bolstered by these two competitions, and I really saw this young team mature this weekend. They were just so calm and so relaxed. It was almost as if they knew they could do it. So I think we'll continue to improve. This weekend, of course, as you alluded to, we have North Carolina State here in Athens. The team is tired. We've got to travel all night tonight back to Athens on the red eye, so we won't get too much practice time in this week, but we'll be fired up again on Friday night. We'll see you in Athens, where Georgia meets NC State next Friday.
The Jim Dog Show has been brought to you by Millwood Springs. Millwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal health care organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty, you. By Golden Pantry. Golden Pantry, we've got what you need. By McCarr Homes. McCarr Homes, built right, right where you want to be. And by Locos. With salads, sandwiches, wings, burgers, and entrees, there's something for everyone at Locos.